Hello, welcome again to another interesting and exciting episode of Youth Hub, where we discuss the challenges that the youth face, our journeys, change makers, how they transition, a whole lot of things, everything about youth. So today, we have a very interesting topic, and this topic is very, very essential because hunger day and sakma day. See all these things, forget it, we'll come back to it later. So today we have a theme called Nationhood, and we'll be talking about reviving the spirit of patriotism in Nigerian youth. You know, it's no longer a story that the youth took to the streets last week, yes, and they were angry because of all the things that have been happening. We feel like we've been in a box for quite too long and our voices are not heard enough. We've done a lot to be able to let our fathers know that, look, listen, some things are going different. We are going digital. We are going, we are leaving the analog part of everything outside. And at some point, we've lost it. We've lost the whole patriotism. We've lost the fun of being a Nigerian, and everybody's not living. The Jackpot syndrome is intense. The youth just want to leave, go to other countries, develop it. So I want to really know how we can revive the spirit of patriotism in young persons in Nigeria. And joining me on this episode is someone I said is as dark Dudwoshun as I am. Ambassador Ahmad Abubakar, welcome to the program. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. Are you as black as I am? Should we check? Let me see.
Maybe I'm lighter.
No, don't stain me, please. Thank you so much. I love your ensemble. It's really giving I'm a Hausa boy. I understand. So is blue your favorite color?
Yeah, it's part of my favorite color.
Pat, how many do you have?
Like 3 or 4.
Me, I have just one.
No, I have black, blue, white, and green. Yeah.
Okay. Nice colors for dark-skinned people, yeah?
Thank you.
All right, welcome on board. Welcome to Youth Hub. So I know that you are practically really involved in lots of youth initiatives, and you know how we think, you know how we reason. It's no news that we are angry, we are, hunger, they catch us. Let me bring it down. They cry, hunger, they catch us, sakpa, they hold us. Forget these teas, we are just really trying to manage and put ourselves out there, and we hope to, be listened to. So I really want to know, the youths are tired. It's no news that when you even travel outside of the country, some youths don't even like to identify as Nigerians, or there's this tag that, oh, you're Nigerian, you're Nigerian. There's this feeling it gives, no pride and all of that. So I really want to know, what can we do to inculcate or make the youth realize, okay, this is still our Nigeria? Okay. What can we do?
First of all, this is a very vague question as for me, because it's a lot to talk about. And from my own personal self, I would say the starting point of change begins from individuals. That is yourself as an individual. There is a need for us to make sure that we be who we want to be, and we become good examples, in our society and what we do. If we change ourselves and do better as individuals and treat each other rightly, and I feel like there's going to be a very good balance and of oneness within ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Yesterday was the International Youth Day.
Yeah.
And the youths had some programs and all of that.
Yeah.
And, it reminded us of who we are somehow. So what are the core values of patriotism that you believe are essential for Nigerian youths to, embrace? And how can these values be effectively communicated?
Honestly, the thing is, just like I said earlier, as an individual, you need to emulate good example as an individual. You need to be a good citizen, law-abiding citizen. You need to be a good ambassador of.
For how long?
Yeah,
I mean, angry.
The thing is, it's not about how long it is, right? It's not about the time it takes. It's about, is there a will of change within ourselves? They say Rome wasn't built in a day, so there is no way we can rush towards seeing results. It takes time. Even before the independence came, it took a lot of time before we got there, or before we got here. So time and change. So for me, ways in which we can be able to enact things like this are, bringing initiatives, that can be able to shape our generation and then the ones that are upcoming, bringing social, programs, and mentorship sessions, that can help the youth, understand that, okay, this is what we are standing for and this is what we have to do and this is the way in which we can. Trust me, there are a lot of good youth out there,
Yeah,
numerous
yeah.
numbers of
I
them,
know, I know.
there are a lot of them out there. But the major problem, I feel, we are facing is some of our youth, happen to get into peer pressure. You know, they want to see the result quickly, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It takes time. Even our parents, that are currently in power, it took them so much time before they got to where they are. So we need to exercise patience and understand how the system works, and also be good ambassadors of our dear country. And I believe with time, things are going to fall in place.
Okay, thank you very much. I know you do a lot.
Yeah.
You have this initiative for polo team,
Yeah,
where you
actually.
go and do all of that,
Yeah.
and other initiatives and
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
So can you share a bit of how you've been, patriotic, and also share any successful initiatives or programs that, you were involved in that effectively, fostered patriotism, a sense of patriotism among Nigerians in the present or in the past?
Okay. Growing up, I always get inspired from people that I see are doing good. You know,
Okay.
most of the things I'm doing currently are basically inspirations that I picked from my inspirations. Like people that I look up to, people that I see that, okay, they are from, they are from here and this is what they are doing. I'm someone that when I see something good, it inspires me to also indulge in the same act. So growing up, I grew up in the community whereby there were politicians, there were businessmen, there were sportsmen. I mean, my dad is a sportsman. Yeah, he plays tennis
Till
and
now?
no, he doesn't. But then he was growing up, he used to play tennis. So, and I've seen how it has impacted his life positively. It gave him that good and sound energy and physique. This is, yeah,
Fitness, being
fitness.
fit.
This is where my polo came in.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and for initiatives, yes, I've seen a couple of people, that have successfully started something and were able to, grow a substantial amount of people in order for them to do better. When you look at people like Honorable Shinapela, he's a former member House of Reps. He's
Yes.
the founder of Lead Generation. It's basically an NGO that trains young minds in leadership. When you look at Her Excellency Haji Aisha Babangida, she owns Winner. It's like women empowerment programs. And you can see how it has effectively contributed to the growth of the society. So these are the things that inspired me to also start my own. Yes, successfully, I own a foundation, and it's called Make Life Better Foundation. It started since 2020. Why? Because of the pandemic. My friends and myself and few of my friends saw that, then that there was actually a need for us to give back in time where they were in need of some sanitizers, face masks and all. And then we contributed money, and then that was how we started such initiative. We expanded by giving food. But I mean, as I was growing, I was experiencing and seeing how the livelihood of the country is, which is what made me to expand by, okay, it's better to teach someone how to catch a fish
Than to
than
always give him the fish.
so that
Yeah.
he will eat for the rest of his life. So when you look like things like skill acquisitions, knowledge, these are some things that when they are being embedded in you, it is going to be with you forever. And if you stick to it, you will definitely find a way to live through it. So Make Life Better Foundation, we have successfully trained about 100 people in different scale of acquisition in Niger State, you know. And the last program we had was, it happened around November last year to February this year, whereby we trained 50 individuals in ICT training and digital literacy.
Oh, wow, wonderful.
Yes, so initiatives like this, have been able to impact the society. We also have IYDF, Inspire Youth Development Foundation.
Inspire Youth Development
Foundation that I'm
okay.
also involved in. We organize football tournament every year, and the profit we make, we take it back to charity. We go to orphanage home, we build wells, and so many things that we do. Mentorship session with kids in secondary school.
All of this just to improve nation building.
Yes, so I'm optimistic that if more of ourselves can, indulge in such activities, then inshallah, we are going to get to the promised land, God's willing. So we need more of social investment, honestly speaking. Social investment is very important. Going to public speaking lectures, going for conferences that are impactful, going for gatherings and so a lot that we can do. And also by using our social media platform for sending positive messages to the people that are seeing what we are doing.
I mean, these days, social media is a facade.
It is.
We do not know what's going on.
Social
People
media
portray themselves to do good things. They have charity organizations when they're just doing that for their own reaping.
Yes. Social media is, I feel like it's one of our problem, and at the same time, it's one of the best things that
can happen to us.
To us
yes, that's
in this generation. Because we have people that bring false, and then we have people that bring good. But you might not be able to know.
Okay, that's wonderful. So yesterday was International Youth Day, and we took to the streets to know how some of the Nigerian youth felt about being a Nigerian youth. Let's take a quick look at what they said.
If the government could handle the unemployment, I think that would reduce the rate of the unemployment in the streets, and much crime will be reduced too. Because the issue of insecurity, I believe it because of the unemployment. So if there is something they could do about that, and these are subsidy of a thing, because as a dispatcher, that is where I could flex. Because if I could view last year, I was won something, and the take home was something pocket friendly. But talking of this year, man, it's crazy.
The biggest challenge is one, let me generalize it. Let me say unemployment for the youths. So youth are vulnerable for crisis and all that because of the unemployment in Nigeria. So I think the major challenges is the unemployment. I think the government has to put the interest of the youth at heart. They have to attend to their needs. They have to look into why they are out there protesting. So I think they have to sit down and have our interests and look at it. What are those things that they are crying for? Then attend to it. I think with this, the Nigerian will be better.
As you can see, welcome back. As you can see, the youths are not happy.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, one person said if he becomes the governor, he would do one thing.
We've seen a lot of tweets.
We've seen a lot of things like that. Yeah. Okay, I mean, there was a rider that said he's a dispatch rider. He said the cost of PMS is really so much. He's not really making a lot of profit anymore, and that is disheartening. It just breaks one's mind, because all of this you said is nice, but will people are good, they do and do, but will they keep doing it in hungry stomachs?
Should I tell you something? Nigerians depend too much on governance, and I feel like it's high time we take this out of our minds, that the government cannot be fully responsible of our life.
But if the government is not responsible, who is responsible?
They can't fully be responsible. We as an individuals, we have a role to play. As far as I'm concerned, see, there are a lot of creatives in Nigeria. There are a lot of Nigerians that are blessed with so much business potential. But the problem is for you to find out who you are and what you can contribute to the society. I've been living off my business for how many years? Since I knew about myself. Yes, I'm partially involved in the government, doing one or two things, going for their event. But at the same time, like we as Nigerians, we need to understand that the government cannot fully do everything for us. We
Yeah,
as
I actually
individuals,
agree with that. Yeah.
because when you look at a country like America, you look at a country like Dubai, you look at a country like London and United Kingdom, you can see that the government are just contributing maybe 30%, and then meanwhile the individuals are bringing in the 70%. When you look at China now, what can you say is happening in China? It's the citizens. What are they doing? They are using what God has blessed them to add to the economic growth of
But
the
don't you
country.
think the government made it easier for them?
At this, that's
Emphasis.
yes, they would. Definitely they would. Definitely they would. But at the same time, in Nigeria, is it the same thing?
I will not really say is it the same
How
thing.
many
It's not.
youth? How many youth do you know that when they finish maybe university, they'll be like, okay, I want to start a business. Most of the people that finish, they'll be like, oh, I want to get a job. You have options. You can indulge in business, and for me, this is my opinion, right? This is my opinion.
Let's not chew you for giving
Yes,
us
so
your
let's
opinion.
not chew you for. But we need to reduce our dependency on the government so that we won't have too much expectations on them. It's important for us to have expectation because, I mean, we voted them, right? But at the same time, we need to look at ourselves as individuals.
They also need to be accountable to us. There is no accountability whatsoever.
Well,
Should be told.
I mean, everything they do, it's being shown out there, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
They post it on newspaper. If there's a contract out, they show it. If there's a disbursement of funds, they show it. What else more? Constituency project, they show it. We have people like Bello,
Sorry, excuse me.
Honorable Bello El Rufai, representing Kaduna, that everything he does, he shows it out on the social media. And this is what we call accountability.
And transparency.
And transparency.
And let's be sure that these are the things that are actually going on, not just because of the newspaper sakes.
Exactly. So they are definitely accountable for what they do. They account for it. If you ask them, they have all the data. But my own take is we just need to focus more on how we can build our nations, ourselves. Like our pride as citizens should be what you can offer to your country, not what our government can offer to us as citizens.
Okay, now talking about pride, in what ways can we instill a sense of pride and responsibility towards Nigeria in the younger
By
generation?
being a good example. Yes. And everything you want to do is to start from yourself. If you are from a local, you make sure that you represent that local very well. If you are doing business, you make sure you have transparency in your business. This is ways to, show your pride as a citizen. And we also need to show good example. We shouldn't indulge ourselves in activities that are not accepted in society.
Yes, because most youth or most people in
Sad.
Nigeria are so heartless.
Yeah.
You are going to kidnap your fellow that is suffering.
Sad.
You are going to do this. You're going to cut her parts. You're going to
It's
sell
sad.
her.
It's so
You're going
sad.
to, a lot is
It's sad.
happening among the youth, and I think we need a reorientation, if there's a word like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I mean, we are trying our best, going to rural areas, going to, to spread the knowledge of civilization and then how to do this and how to. We are trying our best. Please, in the next 3 years, Nigeria is going to be better.
You sound so
yeah,
sure.
I'm very optimistic about this.
Yeah.
Because I can already see it.
But is Nigeria ever going to be better? I
It
feel like we are
would.
so backward.
No, it would. We
And
are not.
I also feel the thing really has to do with Nigeria as a Nigeria, because when most of us travel out, we just have this sense of responsibility. We just know what you're doing. You can't just take sweets or chewing gum and just drop the ruffle down. You want to keep it until when you see a throw bin and you're like, okay, let me throw it in. So I really do not understand why we cannot, do all of that.
The problem about things like this, it started since way back, right? And for whatever that you start, it will definitely pass to one person or the other,
Yeah.
you as an individual. So there are some things where maybe act of heredity, things like that. So it will take time, but we are getting there.
All right.
How many youth can you see now that are participating in governance, in legislative? And you can see like quite a lot. How many youth of Nigerians are contributing significantly to the growth of the economy? I know a lot. I can tell you in different aspects. When you bring entertainment, when you bring luxury, when you bring automobiles, we have Abuja car, we have, youth are
Name
doing
it.
amazing entertainment, we have Moscow. Like, we have a lot of people, a lot of youth that are doing amazingly well. Trust me. And these people are significantly contributing to the economy because they have staffs. Even myself, I have staffs that I pay their salaries. Not one, not two, not three. So how to tell me, am I not? I am, right? So we just need more of ourselves to, take part in things like this. Even yourself, you are really, really contributing because you are passing a very strong message to the society and to the youth. And it's important that people pick inspiration from people like you. We need more of you in this media space, honestly, and I'm proud of you.
Is that a compliment?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you very much. So finally, from your experience knowing a lot of young people, young professionals, what are some examples of patriotic actions or initiatives that you're aware of by young Nigerians that can contribute to nation's development?
We have them a lot. We have them a lot, we have them a lot. But I would always go back to my initial statement. For whatsoever you want, for whatsoever change you want, start from yourself.
Okay.
When you start from yourself, you start from your community, it will reach where it's supposed to be. But then we have foundations, we have programs, that we can start. That's why I say social investment it's very, very important. We should have foundation. We have a lot of people that have foundation maybe in drugs, we have some in giving relief, we have some in empowerment, we have we have a lot of them, right? So these are ways that we can contribute to social development of our country. I believe so.
All right, thank you very much for, taking time to explain and help remind us of what we are, because somewhere along the line we are lost. We really don't know what we're doing. Some of us, let me not say everybody, I know some youths out there really doing nice, are doing amazing things. I mean, I met one lawyer yesterday and she was really nice.
Yeah.
And she had a lot going on and she had initiatives to innovate and take it from 0 to 100, or if it was 100, take it from 100 to 200. So I believe the youth are doing out there. So to all the youth out there, please make sure to make the change start from yourself. Like my guest here, Ambassador Ahmad Abubakar, said, everything we want to get starts from ourselves, and we cannot totally really depend on the government. I learned that from him because I'm like, yes, my daddy brought me, he has to give me food, give me everything. But at some point, you still have to tell your daddy, oh, okay, daddy, I am grateful you did this. This is what I've been able to do for myself. Now, that brings us to the end of our discussion today with Ambassador Ahmad. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Absolutely,
and
my pleasure.
we hope to see you some other time.
Frequent, inshallah.
All right.
Yeah, I have a message for Nigerian youth.
Okay.
It's like, I understand that the times are hard, the economy
Really
is not,
hard.
it's not really hard, but we need to learn the act of being optimistic in whatever situation we find ourselves. I'm a firm believer of Islam, and our religion has taught us a lot on having faith, and believing in good times and bad times. Sometimes something that might happen that maybe is bad for you, maybe is bad currently, is maybe because of what we do as individuals is what might be haunting us back.
Can we just nemesis?
Yeah,
yes.
God is just trying to make you understand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the cost of living is very high, but there is no need for us to go out there and protest. And I mean, it's a right, right?
Of course,
and,
it is a right.
It is a right, but like there are consequences that comes with it. Not everyone would go out with the intention to protest. Some might go
peacefully.
Peacefully.
Emphasis.
Peacefully, yeah. Emphasis. Peacefully. So we need to be patient. We need to pray out for our leaders more. It's very important. For whosoever is your leader, pray for him. God guide him. God see him through. Give him the vision. Give him the right cabinet that would make good decisions that will favor us and favor them as well. So we also need to indulge in entrepreneurship. Let's find other means of living. Entrepreneurship, businesses. Look around you. Look at your area. What does it lack?
Be a problem solver.
I am a problem solver.
Yeah.
Most of my friends know me as a problem solver. So let's be a problem solver. There are a lot of things that we can do that can help us earn a living. And once we get to a point, even if today they say a bag of rice is 100,000, we can afford it. Yes.
I want to get to that point.
Yes. So let's open our mind and be good citizens and have faith in our leaders. And we should also be good.
All right, thank you very, very much. And you heard that, I heard that, you watching me, you heard that, you heard that very well. And please make sure to inculcate that into your daily habit. Think, make use of your brain. I heard people in China, they're making use of their brain and they're helping their government. All right, thank you for watching Youth Hub on channel 365 on DSTV. Always clicking every Thursday to catch more of Youth Hub. Bye for now.